Good evening everyone. Good evening. I welcome all of you again back to your Vedantu and NEET channel. I hope all of you are doing great, having a good time. So people, just give me some green signal from the chat so that I'll get to know I'm perfectly audible and visible to all of you. Yes. Hello Deepika, hello Jayashri, hello Bharat. Welcome back everyone, welcome back. Just give me some green signal, my dear people, from the chat so that I'll get to know I'm perfectly audible and visible to every one of you. Give me some green signal. Let me know quickly in the chats. Let me quickly know in the chats. Yeah? No, Jayashri, I'm not done with my dinner yet. I'll have it after the session. Perfect. So people, quickly let me know in the chats if I'm perfectly audible and visible to you. Yeah? Right? Alright, so let me just tell you this session is particularly for the ones who are going to write the NEET in 2022. That means after a day. Perfect. That means day after tomorrow, the ones who are writing the NEET examination. This session is particularly for the ones. Right? Well, in this particular session, I'm not personally going to address you. Right? I've called up my students, right? Few of my students from the batch 2020, who were the top scorers at that point of time, who scored more than 650, right? I would want them to talk to you, right? To address you basically. And they'll exactly let you know how to manage the time and everything, right? How to manage the stress, okay? How to remain calm during the examination hall. All those things they are going to let you know in detail, right? So before starting this particular session, the ones who have just joined in, the ones who are new to the channel, I'll just quickly introduce myself. So people, my name is Wasim Bhatt and I'm your chemistry master teacher right here. And if you have not liked the video yet, please do like the video, share the video with all of your friends. Let everyone whosoever is preparing for the NEET 2022 examination get benefited out of these sessions, right? Perfect. So do like the video, share the video with all of your friends and do subscribe to the channel as well. Perfect. So my dear people, just quickly let me know in the chats, how are you exactly feeling right now? Are you feeling nervous, excited, right? What is it? Is it the mixed emotion, right? Just let me know quickly in the chats. I really want to see, my dear people, how do you feel right now? Yeah? Let me know in the chats. I really want to see it. Thank you, Akhil. Thank you so much. Sir, do you expect the paper this year to be easy or difficult? See, chemistry has always been easy and this year also it's going to be easy only. Relax, right? It's going to be physics, which is going to be tough. Not tough exactly, right? The level, whatever used to be the level of physics examination, physics paper, same is going to be the level of the physics paper this year as well. Perfect. So I can see majority of the students are saying mixed emotion, feeling excited, depressed, right? All kinds of emotions are there. I get it, right? And let me tell you, this is not something which is only happening to you. Whosoever is going to write the NEET in 2022, right? Everyone is going to face right now the same situation. Perfect. But now, at this point of time, it's going to be you who are going to handle it in the proper way. If you know how to handle it, definitely you're going to shoot the bullseye in the examination, my dear people, right? Perfect. So till now, I used to give you the strategies, right? I used to tell you what to do, what not to do, right? All the things which are required for the competitive examination to get qualified, to get cracked, all those things were provided by me. I used to tell you that. But particularly in this particular session, I have, called my lovely beloved students, right? Few of my students in the, who were my students in basically 2020 year, who scored almost more than 650 around, right? They are exactly going to let you know one by one, like what all things to do, what all things not to do, right? So first of all, I would like to call up here Obad, one of my students. Perfect. He is currently in Government Medical College, Srinagar, one of the top-notch medical colleges in the state of Jammu and Kashmir, right? And he is currently in the second year. And he'll be addressing you, he'll be letting you know his experience, he'll be letting you know how to deal with how to approach the paper, right? What all things to do, what all things not to do during the examination center. So let me call up here Obad, right, from Government Medical College, Srinagar. He'll be addressing you right here. Welcome, Obad.
It's good.
It's cool.
Thank you, Wasim sir, for having me here. I'm really humbled and it's a great privilege to talk to the students, to interact with you guys on this very crucial time. Talking about myself, my name is Ubaid Rastan and I am currently pursuing MBBS in second year from Government Medical College, Srinagar.
एक मिनट थोड़ा loud. Yeah, no, it's fine.
So I'm here to put some light on how do I actually, how I attempted my paper in 2020. So I will put some points on that could help you in this very crucial time.
So basically, Ubaid is going to let you know how he exactly approached his NEET 2022 paper, his NEET 2020 paper, right? What all strategies worked for him,
yes, sir.
Right? Those strategies he's going to let you know about. Yeah.
Starting from the very beginning, fill the personal details that are on the front page of the OMR very properly, without any hesitation, without any hurriness. Actually, the personal details being your name, your roll number, and the series of the question paper that you will be provided there. Because if you make any mistake, everything will get all in vain actually. Because be it your preparation, be it your concentration, or anything, it will be of no use. All the hard work you had in your preparatory phase, it will be totally useless. So take proper care while you fill the personal details.
So my dear people, the first point, what Ubaid is saying, when you enter into the examination, when you receive your OMR sheet, just fill it carefully, right? Because no matter what, whether you are preparing for this examination from past 2 years, whether you have burned your midnight oils for it, right, for the preparation, that won't matter if you do a silly mistake in filling the OMR sheet, right? So keep that in your mind and fill the OMR sheet properly, right, with the cool mind. Number one.
In this session, I will be preferentially talking about my strategy only. I won't be taking anything from outside. So after you are done, with the front page of the OMR and after you break the seal, first of all, I will suggest to you that I personally did actually have a superficial reading for about 10 minutes. Particularly, cover the biology and cover the organic chemistry and inorganic as well. This would, give you an idea actually what actually the level of the paper is. So go for it first. I have a superficial reading for about 10 minutes.
So basically, guys, if I just try to rephrase the same statement, what Ubaid said, I always used to tell you, once you get your paper, right, just read the paper thoroughly from start till the bottom for like 5 to 10 minutes, right? What is the motive to do that? What is the point to do that? Because when you see the paper, first of all, for 5 to 10 minutes, you'll get the idea of the easy questions, my dear people, right? That is something really, really important which you have to take into consideration, right? So first of all, 5 to 10 minutes, you will not solve the questions. You'll not use the pen and paper to solve the equations at all, no way, right? I mean, there will be around 20 to 30 questions which are going to be complete memory based in different subjects, my dear people, right? In combined form, I'm saying. So what I would want you guys to do, what has worked for Ubaid in his NEET 2022 examination, I mean, we were talking like a few minutes back as well. What he told me, he was like, I just saw the paper for first 10 minutes. In the first 10 minutes, he could solve some 35 questions without even using pen and paper, without using the formulas or something. Because there were some 35 questions which he could solve by just looking at the questions, my dear people. That's what I want you guys to do, right? Read the question paper for 10 or maybe 15 minutes. And in those 10 to 15 minutes, try to cover minimum of 30 to 40 questions, which will be memory based. Those questions for which you do not have to use the pen and paper or formulas for the calculation purpose, right? So those are the easy questions which I always kept on telling you in chemistry. Those are, the easy questions. They're going to be from the chapters of your chemistry in everyday life, polymers, biomolecules, right? All those things. Perfect. So have a clear eye on that.
Some of the students might still be thinking like, this statement would be of no use in the examination center, but it doesn't work like that. It will definitely build your confidence. When you get to know what is the exact level of the paper, it builds up your confidence. That's the most important thing, that works there in the 3 hours. So starting off, I actually, in my times, I actually got for the biology first, because going for the biology has its own merits. Like talking about the benefits, I can say it is the least time consuming, it is the most scoring subject as well. And at the same time, the beauty of the biology is, the answer strikes your mind just at the moment you read the question. So, the confidence itself builds up.
Correct. Absolutely.
Yeah. Further, in our time, we used to have some 90 questions, for biology, but in your time, it has totally been changed. So you will get to see there some 100 questions. You will get to see there some 100 questions. So you have got some 10, optional questions. So, what is the use of these optional questions? You have to properly use it. How are you guys going to use it? It's a simple way. Like, if you have some questions that you are totally, you have doubt in. So leave those questions. Only go for those 90 questions or 80 questions that you are totally confident in. This will really help you, because if you keep on, solving the questions in the row wise, in the series wise, and you feel, some of the questions are difficult, they may lower your confidence. So leave those questions aside, go for the other questions, because you have got the choice.
Exactly. So let me just quickly elaborate the statement. What he said is, when you start solving the paper, if by chance you get stuck at any question, there is no point of wasting your time in that question, my dear people. Just leave that question as such, go to the next one. And if you don't have just 3 hours for this examination, you have got 3 hours 20 minutes, my dear people, right? So you have got extra 20 minutes have been provided to you. So if by chance you are getting stuck in some question, right, it's taking a lot of time to solve. So keep that question as such. Do not solve that question at that moment, right? Because at the end, my dear people, you will be getting around 10 to 15 minutes, and those 10 to 15 minutes you will be providing to those questions which are going to be lengthy, right? Or the other questions which you could not solve in the first setup itself, right? So those questions will be done at the end, what he exactly tried to convey you.
And in my case, actually, I finished the biology portion in 35 minutes. In your case, it could be 40, it could be 30 as well. So, it depends, it changes from person to person, from student to student. So after I was done with the biology, I actually, selected chemistry as the second subject to attempt. It, to had its own reason. The reason is being, I actually had a good hold on it. Second, it's favorable for most of the students. And third, actually, most of the questions, I will say, from many portions of the NCERT, be it like organic chemistry and organic chemistry, and they are totally NCERT based. They are directly taken from the NCERT and pasted on the question paper. So, take a proper care of it. Go for the chemistry next. And there are, physical chemistry for some students might be a little tough, but it's not like that, actually. There are...
No, they are my students.
Yes, they are yours, of course. That's why I'm asking. It will definitely not look tougher to you. So, I'm saying...
I'm just kidding.
I'm saying you can, when you are done with the this organic and inorganic portion, then you will, jump to the physical portion. Physical, what actually is in the physical, there are some chapters like, the surface chemistry, we have the metallurgy, and many more chapters that are totally, what the questions are totally being picked from the NCERT. So this too, when you are on, when you go on, doing the questions like right exactly, filling the question paper very well, it builds your confidence and you keep on going. Otherwise, when you are stuck in some question, when you take directly the physics or any other portion, it might, hinder your performance actually. So I got for the chemistry second. In this much of time, I will say biology and chemistry, I was done with these two subjects in 1.5 hours. In my case, actually, we used to have some 3 hours, but you have got some 220 minutes. So there is a change. 200 minutes. So after that, I actually, there was only one subject left. That was the physics. Physics, that's called as, the nightmare for most of the students, but it's not like that. If you have managed the time properly, you exactly took care of the time management, you had the precise reading, you have the exact answer filling, the confidence will be the confidence will be high. So even if some of the questions demand some 3 or 4 minutes, it won't be a big deal actually for you guys, because you have the time, you have the ample of time, because you have managed it. So this time you will be left with some 100 minutes. Give some 80 minutes to the physics portion only. And what actually in the next 20 minutes you are going to do, you are going to take a second round. Like, the questions that you left in your first round, be it from the biology, be it from the physics or chemistry, try to solve them. But it depends, like, if you are up to the score, if you are up to the mark that could, take you to your dream college, you still have got an option actually. You can't go for the doubtful questions because it might ruin your performance, might ruin your overall score actually, by the negative marking we have here. So I will suggest, if you are lagging, behind the score, behind the exact score that you need, then and only, you can go for doubtful questions that you are not really sure about. But if you have the exact score, you have the feeling like, yeah, I'm done, I'm almost done, then don't go for the doubtful questions. It might ruin your overall.
So, my dear people, once, you're done with the major portion of your paper, right? So, first of all, by, just solving the paper, by just doing the major portion of the paper, you'll get the idea of whether you're going to crack it this time or not. In the examination center itself, right? You'll get that intuition. Perfect. If you think by leaving those questions which are doubtful, in which you're not 100% sure, right? If you think by leaving those questions, you can still score good, right? Just leave them. No need to touch them, right? Just leave them as such. But if you think there are some chances, if, you have not scored that well, basically, perfect. So at that point of time, I must say, you should try to attempt those 50-50 based questions, right? But if you think, if you had done your major portion of your paper with the proper, I would say with the proper solutions, everything, right? Then no need to go for those questions in which you'll be having certain doubts. Perfect. That is one of the very big important suggestions which I would want you guys to remember from now on, right?
Yeah. And
just a second, well, and guys, I'm seeing a lot of questions students are asking in the chats. At the end, it's not just Ubal who is with us. I've got 2 more students with me, right? They'll be also joining us, right? And you'll ask whatever you want to ask exactly. You can ask anything at the end of the session, but I would want him to share his experience so that you can learn it, from that part. Perfect.
I actually have a personal experience that, happened with me in the examination center. What actually happened, I will suggest to you guys, don't, look at the students that are surrounding you in the examination hall. It has its own demerits actually. When you look at the people, they might look like confident, but the situation is something different. Based on my personal experience, I will say I was having some doubts in 2 questions in the chemistry, and there was a guy sitting behind me. I told him, would you care to help me in those questions? He confidently said yes. I was like, I had already done the 42, 43 questions. I was just lagging with the 2 questions only. So when he showed the answers, confidently, I thought I'm done with in physics. I had already got the 45. In chemistry, I was lagging by 2, and he told, yeah, I'm 100% sure you can have these. When after leaving the class, after leaving the examination center, when I opened the Google and googled those questions, they were totally wrong. So people around might look confident to you, but the case is different. Apply the knowledge that you have. Don't trust on other people because they don't really care.
So it is really a nice thing, basically. So, my dear people, the conclusion of this whole scenario is, do not talk to anybody in the examination center, right?
Not at all.
There might be people, due to them, you might get depressed or something. They'll be like confident, overconfident. We have done this, we have done that. Do not talk at all. Just go there, right? Sit properly, have some water, start solving your paper. Do not think of anything else. Do not think of the consequences. Do not think if, for example, this year I'm not going to get, if I cannot qualify this examination this year, what's going to happen the next? Just leave everything aside. That's not the right time to think of the consequences, my dear people, right? So that is basically the time, right, which you have to mobilize properly in order to solve majority of the questions which can be done from you. At the same time, he suggested one thing really important. There might be people who will be sitting around you who would look confident, my dear people, but they won't be confident exactly. Do not ask them anything. If you remember the formula, right, by chance, you might remember some formula in between while solving the question. Just leave that as such, right? Leave that question there only. Do not ask it to your friend, or someone else who will be sitting next to you. Keep that question as such, and what he told you at the end, you'll be getting some 20 minutes,
yes,
right? If you're following his time schedule, you'll be getting at the end some 20 minutes. Those 20 minutes you can use for the second round. Second round means for the questions which you could not solve in the first attempt itself, right? The questions in which you got stuck, right? So those 20 minutes you can utilize at that point itself, at the end, I mean, right? So do not look at the others who will be surrounding
Remember, you are the best. You are the only best, student sitting in the examination hall. Remember this point.
Exactly. Someone is saying, "Jo dikhta hai wo hota nahi." Exactly. Jo dikhta hai wo hota nahi.
There is the scam going on around.
Perfect. So guys, you can shoot up all of your questions. So I'm going to call up on the stage 2 more students of mine who I've trained in 2020, right? And both the students, again, they got more than 600 in their NEET examination, and they're currently studying in the same college in which this guy is studying. That is Government Medical College, Srinagar, which is one of the top-notch medical colleges in the state of Jammu and Kashmir, right? So they're again his classmates at the same time, right? And they're also the second year students. And if you'll be having any sort of query, whatever you want to ask for, you can ask them directly. So I'm going to call Shahid and Maruf here on the stage with me, right? On this side. Aram se yahan se bahar. So welcome. Maruf, whether you are fitting into the frame. Just a second.
Yeah.
Okay, let me read the chats as well. Okay, so my dear people, these are my beloved students, right? I would want you to have some claps for them, first of all, because all these 3 students, I mean, they qualify plus in their NEET examination. So, I mean, the point of creating this particular session is I just wanted you guys to remain a bit motivated, right? If they could do it, why can't you, right? That is the main point of bringing this particular session, and that is the main point. I mean, I just wanted you to know what all strategies these guys followed during their examination. I would want definitely you guys to follow the similar kind of strategy, not exactly just the copying the strategies, just follow the same kind of strategies so that you can also shoot up your ranks, you shoot up your performance, shoot up your marks by more than 600, right? So if you have any sort of questions, you can exactly ask in the chats. Last day strategy. Well, if you are asking this question to me, let me answer it too. Just a second.
Yes, sir, please.
I think I was already audible, yeah? All right. So last day strategy, my dear people. In the last day, do not read anything new. Whatever you have read till now, that is more than sufficient. That's more than sufficient. Do not go for some additional topics which you have not touched till now. Number 1. Number 2, whatever short notes you have made till now, right? Just try to revise those short notes. That is more than sufficient, my dear people, right? Because this is not the time to solve the questions, right? This is the time to revise the things, which you can only do. You can only revise all these things if you will be having some short notes with you. Perfect. And Shahid sir will be.
And also, I would like to suggest you to have proper sleep in the last days and to have proper meditation also to relax yourself. That's the most important thing in last days, because students in most of the cases they go in a deep stress in these days. So just relax in these days, have a proper sleep, have a proper meditation, and I will just say the best of luck.
Thank you, Shahid. So, my dear people, so take care of your sleep as well, take care of your health. That is going to be really important at this point of time, right? So do not be sleep deprived. I have seen people who exactly worked for two years or maybe more than that, and who were the deserving candidates, right, to enter into the medical college, to enter into the medical college of their choice, who were actually the deserving ones. But due to this thing, they miserably failed at the end, right? Because due to this sleep deprivedness, what happens exactly? You try to, you forget things while sitting in the examination center. So try to get as much sleep as possible, minimum of 8 hours, I would suggest you, right? Eat healthy these days. There are not many days left, first of all, right? So eat healthy, try to sleep well, perfect. And again, I'm telling you, do not think of the consequences right now. That's going to ruin your everything. Whatever efforts you have put in till now, that's going to ruin, my dear people, right? So just do one thing, take care of your health. Do not think of the consequences. What is going to happen? That's going to happen afterwards, right? Just enter the examination center like the boss. Leave the examination center like the boss. That's what I tell all my students at the end, right? When they are going to write any competitive examination. Perfect. Well, there are some students, my dear people. Someone is saying, chemistry mein kaun sa portion zyada aata hai? Well, chemistry is equally distributed. You'll be getting, we used to get around 15 questions. When it used to be 45 question scenario, we used to get 15 questions from physical, organic as well as inorganic. But there can be a scenario wherein, you'll be getting some 16 questions from organic, 14 questions from inorganic, like that, right? That's not something which you need to worry, right? And let me tell you, majority of your physical chemistry questions are directly going to be formula based, right? Have a clear eye. Yesterday only I've taken a session regarding the formula revision, so I would definitely want you guys to have a look on that particular session as well, right? Of course, Mukadas, Wasim sir, students are best always, right?
Thank you very much.
Yes. Anything else, my dear people? Anything else? Sir, last day, most expected questions in chemistry. Well, today only I have taken a session in which I discussed most expected questions. You can just check it out on this particular channel itself, right? You'll be getting some 40 most expected questions which I've already given you in the chemistry today at 4 p.m. Check it out. It's there in the videos. Yes? Paper tough or easy? It's going to be easy, guys. Chill, relax, right? Because you would have seen the JEE mains examination as well. The level was very low. In this year JEE mains examination, that means the level of the NEET examination is going to be similar. That means low only. No issues at all, no worries at all. It's going to be less only. But that's again, I mean, if the level is going to be low, at the same time cut off is going to be high, right? That's one of the same thing. So pray for the tougher paper. Do not pray for the easy paper. Yeah?
Sir, I would like to add one more.
Yes, surely.
I would like to add one more point actually, there might be some students who, to whom it might seem like they are forgetting everything. But believe me, every single attempt, every single hour, that you have actually spent on your studies, actually, that is counted there. It's not like you will forgot everything. It's not. It's never like that.
So my dear people,
And last, I would say that study is the only thing that you will never regret in your life.
oh, that is something really great. Of course, study is something which you can never regret. Okay. So people, what he said was, I mean, majority of the students, I'll say all the students will be, I mean, right now in the scenario, they'll be feeling like, I mean, they have forgotten everything, right? But that's not the actual case, my dear people. That's not the actual case. This is happening to you because you're thinking a lot right now. You're thinking about the consequences, right? What is going to happen afterwards? If this does not work out, well, what will be your next option, right? Leave that thing aside. Trust me, all these students right now, they'll be feeling that they have forgotten everything. I mean, they are forgetting their formulas, they are forgetting their concepts, whatever, right? But that is not the exact scenario. When you get your question paper, my dear people, all those things automatically fall into place, right? So no need to worry about that. That's not something that's happening to you only right now. Yes? Guessing strategy at the end of the time. Guessing strategy. What guessing strategy you want, bro?
It's not a board exam actually.
It's exactly not the board examination, right? It's not something which you can guess.
Syllabus in this exam.
Exactly. So some other questions, some other genuine questions. Okay, Jayashri is saying some tips for physics as well, right? So I think that's already covered, right? That part is already covered, or maybe Shahid will.
I think in physics you have to understand the formula, basic formula, and you have to memorize them. That is the only key. You don't have to memorize the formula as such. You have to understand them also, how you have to apply them. So that is the only key in physics, remembering and understanding the formula, and you should know how to apply them in your particular exam.
And guys, at the same time, whatever questions you have done in physics, just go through those questions again. Do not solve them, right? Just see them, look at them, so that they remain their approach of the questions, approach of the different types of the questions in physics, they remain there at the back of your mind, right? Just have a look tomorrow. You have got one complete day, right? Tomorrow, just go through these questions again. Do not solve them first of all, right? Just look at them. See, remember their approach. That's more than sufficient right now at this point of time. Do not study, do not solve anything new right now. Yes? Tips for organic chemistry. Organic, directly read from NCERT. Everything will be there from NCERT. Organic chemistry, NCERT is the key from past couple of years. Inorganic, NCERT is the key. For physical chemistry, NCERT is not the key, right?
It is the key, but
Wasim sir is the key in physical chemistry.
Right. And Maruf, you wanna?
In these last days, it's common that students are anxious, they are nervous. Believe me, it's common to every student. Everyone is going through this phase. But the case, how you will manage it, it's gonna affect the paper. It's gonna affect your performance. It will define your performance. I swear, you all are feeling that anxious. I don't say that you shouldn't feel that, but you should control that. You should be mentally tough. You should be mentally smarter. Then being your hard work will pay off if you are able to manage that. This is how you do your stuff. You should take nap, you should do meditation, whatever you feel like, whatever lessens your burden. That's how do you work in these last days or in the next day, I think.
Exactly, my dear people. So in short, just take care of your health. Yeah. Just take care of your physical health, mental health, right? That's going to be the key thing, which is going to help you out in order to shoot up your performance in the NEET 2022 examination, right? So I think everything is addressed. Yes, I hope, like these people who are right now with me, right? Due to them, I'm feeling right now the proud. Yes,
Thank you.
right? To stand next to them, to stand next to them, I'm feeling proud basically.
My all-time favorite.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
So in the similar way, I would definitely want you guys to be at their place and be with us so that you can, suggest your juniors in the next year, right?
Yeah.
So I wish you all the luck from my side, from our side. Yes, all the very best from Vedantu, right? Whatever we could do for you guys, for your betterment, we have already, I think we have put in our best efforts as well, and I'm sure you have already put in your best efforts as well. Perfect. So at the end, I would just wish you luck. God bless you all, right? And as I keep on telling you, enter the examination center like the boss, leave the examination center like the boss, right? So with this, we are going to take a leave. Just shoot the bullseye, and right after your examination, do not forget to text us, do not forget to message us that, sir, we have actually killed the paper, right? That is going to be the best part. That's going to be the best moment for us, for you as well, right? So with this, we are taking a leave here, my dear people. I wish you again all the luck. Take care. God bless you all. Shoot the bullseye, and love you all. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.